Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Di, and today I am sharing with you my end of the month reading reflections for the month of July. So these are like my kind of end of the month wrap-ups, but it will only have kind of a little bit of stats, very soft stats, and then I will give you my reviews for my highest rated book of the month and my lowest rated book of the month. If you're interested in hearing about all of the books I have read during the month, you can check out my Desus 19 diaries. Those are my reading, crafting, and TV/movie watching vlogs. I always start off with what I've read, so you can check out my thoughts on the things that I read in each of those videos. And in the title of the video, it also says like July Wrap-Up 1 or July Wrap-Up 2, so that you know there is a wrap-up there. And then if you don't want to like watch the whole entire beginning of the video to find out what I had read during that week, you can scroll down to the description box, and I always list the books that I am wrapping up in the description box for that video. So in case you're interested in hearing me talk about any of the other books that I have read during the month, those are the place to find those reviews. You can also always check out my Goodreads, though I will say that I do not typically wrap up or review manga volumes on Goodreads. That's just something that I don't do, especially if I'm in the middle of a series. So if you're just looking for reviews on the books that I have read, you can check out either Goodreads or my blog, which are also linked down in the description box below. So after getting out of the way, let's get into my stats for the month of July. So in July, I read 12 total things that equaled 3,745 pages. So that number is down from June, in which I read 4,262 pages. In July, I read 8 manga and 4 novels. So both of those numbers are also down from June. In June, I had read 12 manga. So I did read overall less things. And as far as novels go, I was 1 novel short from what I read in June, which is fine. I'm actually feeling a little bit better about my reading now. I don't know if that's just because I read less, or I just kind of enjoyed what I was reading more during the month of July. But I did try to step back a little bit as far as my reading goes in July. And at the beginning of July, I didn't read anything for like the first 5 or 6 days. So I kind of took a break from reading, and I think that did help me. I know that I've talked a lot about the fact that I've been in a slump for a long time, and I do feel like I am still in that slump, but I think I have figured out what my issue is. So I do want to experiment a little bit to see if what I think my issue is what it is, before I share any of that with you. But yes, I'm definitely going to be trying to tailor my reading a little bit more towards trying to fix my slump. I don't know that I'll be able to do it in the month of August, just because where we are right now, we're already halfway through the month. I am participating in a readathon, and I didn't figure out this possible issue as far as my reading goes and my slump until after I had already set my TBR for the month. And so, yeah, I'm definitely going to be trying to focus more on fixing my slump in September. But for right now, I'm feeling better about my reading. I think the fact that Shark Week was in July also helped, because I did read a couple of things that were geared towards Shark Week. And so, yeah, I did a little bit of themed reading in the month, and I enjoyed myself. So as far as my star ratings goes, I had 1 5-star read, 5 4-star reads, 3.5 star reads, and 3-star reads. I pretty much just use a 10-star system, and so I only do half stars. I don't do quarter or 3/4 stars. And so that's pretty typical of what I've been seeing out of myself over the last few months. Thankfully, my lowest rated book in July was 3 stars, which isn't bad. So, like I said, I do feel like my reading is getting a little bit more comfortable for me, more enjoyable, more entertaining. And so I am starting to feel a little better about that. As far as where I am with my number of things read goal for the year, I am sitting at 106 things read out of 100. So I did bypass my goal for the year, but I do keep a sub number just specifically for novels, because I know I read a lot of manga and I want to make sure that I'm at least still trying to read 52 novels in the year. I think right now I am sitting at 37 novels read. So I think that's pretty good considering we still have several months left in the year for me to get to that 52 novel mark. So I'm feeling really good about that. So that's pretty much all of the stats that I have for you right now. Now let's get into my highest rated and my lowest rated books of the month. So I did have one 5-star read, and that was for Bleach. This is the 3-in-1 edition, volume 9. So you can see it contains volumes 25, 26, and 27. This is by Tite Kubo, published by Viz, rated teen. So this is a series that I have been doing a read a watch along with my daughter for this year. It follows a substitute Soul Reaper named Ichigo Kurosaki on his adventures with supernatural creatures and people from the Soul Society and vanquishing baddies and things like that. I really, really enjoy the series. I have watched the entirety of the anime once, but I've never read through the manga. I will say I probably watched the first 2 movies that are connected to the series a lot. Like at least 5 times each, if not more. I really, really enjoy them. We did go and actually watch the first movie in the theater when my daughter was little, and it was a super fun experience. So this is a series that we already love in this household, but we just never have read the source material. So that's what I'm doing this year. Maybe we'll finish it this year, maybe not, but we have been enjoying the journey. I am catching up on these when I can. I did kind of hold back from reading it a month or so, so I'm catching up now. Really, really enjoyed this volume. In this volume, we are in the Arrancar arc, and this character here is actually one that my daughter really doesn't like. She doesn't like the voice that comes with it. It actually scared her a bit when she was a little. But yeah, that's just some side notes. I can't really tell you what's going on in this volume because, like I said, we are 9 volumes in. Actually 27 volumes in. This is the 9th omnibus. And I'm just really enjoying it. So yes, this definitely got 5 stars for me, and I'm looking forward to continuing with that. And as far as my lowest rated book of the month, I did tell you there were 3 3-star books. Out of those 3 3-star books, this is the one that I liked the least. So unfortunately, that was Pretty Guardian Sailor Moon. Volume 4 of the Eternal Edition. So the Eternal Editions are omnibus editions. There are 2 volumes in each of these Eternal Editions. This one is by Naoko Takeuchi, published by Kodansha, rated teen. This is the ever-popular Magical Girl series that people of my generation and since all know about. I was never really into Sailor Moon when I was growing up. It was much more my sister's thing. And yeah, I stopped watching after the first season and never looked back. However, my daughter has seen the entirety of the anime, And my manga club decided that they wanted to read this one. So we are reading through it. This is volume 4, like I said. So this is material that I wasn't aware of. It connects with the volume 3. So what I knew of this series ended in volume 2 of the Eternal Edition. So now volume 3 and 4 had very new content to me. The only thing I knew was one of the characters that had shown up in volume 3. I did not enjoy this volume very much. There is something that happens in here that is on the incestuous nature, and I did not enjoy that at all. I'm still not enjoying Usagi as a character. She's just really absent-minded, and she seems to have no common sense, and I am not enjoying reading that about her. Plus, she is very jealous, and I don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it. But because I do host this manga club in real life, and all of my members are enjoying it, I have to read it so that I can facilitate our conversations about it. But yeah, this volume, out of the 4 that we've read so far, I liked the least. I still gave it 3 stars. It was still entertaining. I just didn't enjoy this one. So I know we are reading volume 5 in August, and volume 5 should start a new arc. So everything that I have issues with as far as the incestuous storyline should have stopped in this volume. I don't see how that's going to continue at all. So yes, just based on things that have happened in this volume, I do not believe that's going to continue. But that was not something I wanted to read. And yeah, it kind of grossed me out a bit. But anyway, this was my lowest rated read of the month. Unfortunately, those were my highest and lowest rated reads of the month, and they were both manga. So like I said, if you're not interested in manga and you would like to hear about the novels that I read, because I did read 4 of them, you can check out my DCIS 19 diaries and see which novels I read, or check out my Goodreads or my blog for those reviews. So I will say that my Goodreads reviews are the same as the ones on my blog, so you can check either place for those, but I do go into more detail on my thoughts on the things that I read in my DCIS 19 diaries. So even if you're not interested in seeing what I crafted on or what I've watched during the week, I would suggest at least checking out the first part to see what I'm talking about as far as my reading goes, because that'll give you a up-to-date, in the moment view of what I'm reading, what I have read during the week, and then I always talk a little bit of my feelings on what I'm in the middle of as well after I finish wrapping up everything I've read. So yes, that is everything I have for you this month. It is a little bit later that I will be posting this. It's just the way the month fell. But let me know down in the comments below how your reading ended up and what your highest and lowest rated reads of the month were. I'd love to know. Did you participate in any readathons? I did participate in my friend Lee's Jaws readathon. I did manage to get a bingo there. So that was great. And then I participated in the Sharkathon, which was hosted by Bobby at Paginator. I didn't do too great on that one, but I'm glad I was able to participate. I just wish I wasn't in a slump going into it. So I'm looking forward to participating in that one next year. But yes, let me know what you've read, what readathons you participated in, and how you're doing as far as your reading goals. As far as your reading goals are for the year, I'd love to know. If nothing else, you would just like to let me know that you were here. If you could leave me a lightning bolt or some kind of weather emoji down in the comments below, that would be greatly appreciated and would really help me out, and that will do it for me today. So I hope you're all doing great. I hope you're all safe and healthy. And until next time, take care and smile always. Bye!